You know that feeling, right? That deep frustration when you know you need to focus, but you just can't. Well, if that sounds familiar, this is for you. We're going to dive in and completely reframe this whole problem.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there. You sit down, you have the best intentions, you're ready to do the thing, and suddenly your brain is just gone. It's off somewhere else. You're not alone in this, not by a long shot. And the reason it happens is probably not what you think.
And that brings us to the first and honestly the most important mindset shift you can make. Stop blaming yourself. Seriously, this isn't about you being lazy or not having enough discipline. It's about the world we're living in right now. Just look at this. This simple change completely flips the script. Instead of that inner voice telling you, I'm just lazy, what if the truth is, my brain is just completely overwhelmed? It changes everything. So, what even is overstimulation? Well, think of it like this. Your brain is getting hit with way too much input all at once. Notifications, sounds, emails, your own thoughts. It's just more than it can process effectively. This isn't a weakness, it's a capacity issue. I love this analogy. It's perfect. Your brain wants to focus on that one important task. That's the whisper. But it's trying to hear it in the middle of a roaring football stadium. Of course it can't. It's just completely drowned out. So from now on, when you feel that urge to get distracted, to just escape the task you're supposed to be doing, that's not you failing. That's your brain waving a little white flag. It's sending you a signal that it's been bombarded and just needs a break. Okay, so if the problem is this massive wave of overstimulation, the next question is, where is it all coming from? And that brings us to our second big idea, which is all about looking outside of ourselves for the answer. Right? We always think of focus as this thing we have to summon from within, but so often our environment is actively fighting against us. That cluttered desk, the phone buzzing on the table, the TV on in the background, these are focus thieves. But here's the good news. This part, you can totally control. You can build a little focus zone. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Find a quiet corner, put your phone in another room, like for real. Clear off just the space right in front of you and set a timer for just 15 minutes. That's it. You're just telling your brain, hey, for the next 15 minutes, we're here. Let's do this. Okay, so you've cleaned up your external space. Awesome. But now we gotta talk about our internal space. Because even in a totally silent room, our minds can be the noisiest place on earth, especially when we're caught in the busy trap. And that's our third reframe. Man, this is such a perfect way to put it. We fill our calendars, we make these endless to-do lists, and we feel productive because we're doing stuff. But just being active isn't the same as making progress. It's exactly like a treadmill. You can be moving and sweating for an hour and end up in the exact same spot. And here's the real difference. Being busy is all about quantity. How many emails did I answer? How many things did I check off my list? It's shallow. But being productive, that's about depth. It's about choosing to do one thing and do it well. That's when you actually move forward. This is the key. This is what unlocks that deep, natural focus. Your brain is going to fight you on tasks that feel pointless. But when you can connect what you're doing to a bigger, meaningful goal, your why, the motivation isn't forced anymore. It just flows. Your brain finally goes, oh, I get it. Okay, let's do this. And that brings us to our last reframe. And honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all. If you feel like you're just fighting this daily battle to make yourself focus, this one is for you. This is a total game changer. It means we stop waiting around for focus to just magically appear. It's not some mood you have to hope for. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, you have to train it consistently for it to get stronger. You can't just force it to work once in a while. Think about it. Relying on willpower is a recipe for burnout. It's like a phone battery that just drains throughout the day. But systems are different. They're these gentle, repeatable habits that you eventually do without even thinking. They make the right choice the easy choice. Let me put it this way. Using willpower is like forcing yourself to lift this super heavy box called focus every single morning. A system is like building a conveyor belt. You only build it once, and then it just carries the box for you automatically. It's about working smarter, not harder. And look, these systems don't have to be complicated. They can be super small, super simple. The goal isn't to be perfect overnight. The goal is to just build a little bit of momentum. Over time, these tiny habits make focus your default state, not your daily struggle. So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget trying to change your whole life tomorrow. Just think, what is one small, gentle, repeatable thing you could do? What's the very first brick you can lay down for your new conveyor belt?